everybody, it's Jessica Morgan and John Campbell, and we're here to give you a quarterly update. John, I think we're doing good because we've actually done 2 in a row.
That's right, that's right.
So we had our quarterly Sweetwater Merchants and Property Owners Association meeting this morning. We're trying to time these quarterly updates on YouTube with what we announce at those meetings so that even the people who aren't able to attend, we can post this on YouTube and y'all can know what's going on in the city. So thanks for watching. Thanks for coming to the source and finding out what we know. And let's jump right into it. John, you've been a busy guy.
Yeah, it's been busy, but it's been good. Busy is good. That means growth. And so we had our SAMPO meeting this morning, and immediately after that, I attended the PCD meeting for Monroe County Economic Development, and that seemed to be the theme across the county as well, growth, and it's a good thing. So everybody's busy, and we're extremely busy here at Sweetwater City, and so that's kind of why we're here, is just giving everybody an update, helping everybody stay informed. A lot of times folks may call here and ask, you know, what's going on here or what's going in there. So we just want to kind of keep everybody informed, keep everybody in the loop, and be transparent so that everybody feels like they're a part of it. It's our community and it's your community, and we want you guys to know what's going on. So that's kind of why we're here.
Okay, so residential. What we got going on in residential?
Yeah, residential. Everybody's
looking
moving
for houses.
Everybody's looking for houses. Everybody's moving to Sweetwater. You guys have seen that and heard that. If you've been out in town, talked to people from all across the country. People are moving in here from other states, and we're so excited that people like what they see when they come here, and they want to be here and be a part of what's going on at Sweetwater. That's exciting. So just want to hit a few of the high points as far as our housing market. I've got several jotted down here in my notes. First of all, River Park Townhomes off of High Street. That's behind Plaza 68. This has been in the works for a while. It has been zoned to allow for apartments and townhomes. We had a preliminary site plan that has been submitted so we can kind of see what that's going to look like and how it's going to be built out. I can tell you that it will consist of 8 apartments and 23 townhomes. And so that preliminary site plan's been submitted. It has to go through some other steps before it gets final approval, but it's good to be moving forward on that project. And that's right there off of High Street. Another one that's also currently in the works is off of Oakland Road. It's the Park Place Mobile Home Park. Now there's an existing loop there that has been there for years, but the owners have been in contact with us, and they're building out phase 2 of that mobile home park. It's right there off North Point Road and Oakland Road, and so they're bringing in some mobile homes. Now this company, they basically purchased used mobile homes and they refurbished them. So if you see some mobile homes out there, some trailers, and you get a little bit worked up, or you say, hey, somebody's moving in some old trailers here, don't get too alarmed. I've met with them. What they do is buy old ones, refurbish them, go inside, gut them out, replace everything with brand new fixtures. So what they're putting in them is nicer than what you could buy in a brand new mobile home. So we've talked about that. They re-roofed them. All of the existing mobile homes that are currently in that mobile home park were also used at one time. So don't get too alarmed. It's going to be nice. They want to build it out so it meets what was there before, so that the current standards are in line with what was there. So that's another one. There's already 4 homes on site, I believe, that they're going to start working on and remodeling, and there's a couple more coming soon. So that's more housing that's going in. Also, the biggest one that most people have heard about or asked about is off of Telford Road behind Burger King. Some people have heard that that's coming, that development's coming, and where's that at? So we did see a preliminary conceptual site plan this week, and I can tell you that it's going to be built in phases, and phase 1 consists of 126 lots. And then phase 2 is an additional 93 lots for a total of 219 homes right there. And these homes would be ranging from $250,000 to $300,000 in the current market today. So that's exciting as well. And one of the things we talked about this morning in those meetings was the variety of homes that we have here. I'm excited about that because we understand that we want to be able to provide housing for different levels of economic development and economic where people may fall on that spectrum. So we want to be able to provide housing for the men and women that are working hard and earning minimum wage, and we want to be able to provide housing for the executives that are looking for the bigger homes. And I feel like we've got a good variety going on right now, and I think that's smart for our growth because, you know, everything is important. It all works together, and we need that in Sweetwater City. We need variety in our housing market, and I think we're doing a good job right now of making sure we meet those needs. In addition to those that are currently going on, we have a couple of rezonings that have gone before our Planning Commission in preparation for more building. One is off of Oakland Road and Gibson Street. There's 18 acres there that has been rezoned to R3 residential, which is more high density housing. So these homes are going to be approximately 50 to 60 homes depending on what that final plat looks like. But those homes will be in a neighborhood of 1,300 to 1,500 square feet homes. So a lot of your single family size homes, that will be a nice one as well. And then off of Monroe Street, that kind of fronts Monroe on the backside and then fronts Highway 68 out near the Western store. That parcel of land is split zoned R1 and R2. And what that means is R1 is for single family homes, single family residential. And then R2 is for multifamily or apartment style housing, townhomes, things like that. So that parcel will be split zoned, and it'll have 18 homes and 29 apartment units on it as well. So from the residential side, we've got a lot going on, a lot of folks moving in, a lot of developers, a lot of builders trying to get housing built out for us, and so that's very exciting for us.
Yeah. And just as a reminder, all of our building codes, we just recently went and updated our building codes. We're required to stay within 6 years of what the state has updated, so we do have to on occasion update to new building codes. We're in the 2018 code now, right. So anybody that's thinking about building, anybody that's thinking about hiring a contractor, make sure they know that the city of Sweetwater is in the 2018 code, which most of the cities around us are in that same year. So that shouldn't be a shock to anyone. And all of those codes and things are posted on our city website. So if you're doing just a little preliminary looking around and trying to figure out where you can build or what you'd like to build or something like that, you might want to check out the city website at sweetwatertn.net. And John, what about the commercial side of things? What's going on there? I've had a lot of phone calls these last few months.
Yeah, you have, and the commercial side is just as busy as the residential side. I think probably the biggest difference there is there's not the availability on the commercial side.
Right.
We have a lot more land and space available for residential housing, and we're kind of limited on the commercial end of things, but that doesn't mean that folks aren't trying. And so just to kind of give you guys an update, the biggest project obviously is Red Stag. You guys, if you've driven out past the exit there on 62, you've seen the building and you've seen the progress. And speaking with them this morning, their target date to begin operations or some shipping out of there is the end of September. They're like everybody else. They're dealing with supply chain issues and delays and things like that, but they've done a really good job of forward thinking and trying to stay ahead of the curve on a lot of that stuff. So they've been able to navigate that very well so far. And so they're planning on, by the end of September, being able to operate at least partially out of that building. They're going to operate out of half of it while they continue to build out the second half. So things are moving along nicely out there along Red Stag.
So with Red Stag, that's also initiated a lot of other growth in other areas. Red Stag has bought additional properties. They are marketing to additional businesses to land lease that property to other businesses, including restaurants, including a fuel stop, including things that will be important auxiliary businesses to their performance. But that has also created a demand for more housing, a demand for two restaurants have called us, two chain restaurants have called us in the last few months. We've been working with them. One of them has gotten as far as giving us some preliminary data and information. The other one's still trying to find a vacancy. So we've sent them multiple listings and encouraged them to meet with those property owners, which he did a few of them yesterday. So if you have a commercial property that is for lease or for sale, please make sure City Hall knows about it, just because most of the people do call here and try and find a location when they don't have success finding it on their own or on the internet. So the more properties we know about, the more we're going to be able to help you sell or lease out that property. So just keep us in the loop when you do have something available to sell or lease, and we will do our best to try and send people your way for that. So what else we got out near the interstate?
Well, out there along the interstate, just the next exit up from Red Stag, we've got Hepperly Auto, and they're coming along nicely as well. You guys have seen some of the billboards around that says coming soon, and they've got their building up. It's almost completely in the dry. I don't believe they've got their windows in just yet, but it's looking good. They're making good progress, so hopefully we'll be able to see some cars out there for sale along the interstate, and you know, that growth.
Used cars.
Yeah.
I mean, people need used cars, and we don't have really much in Sweetwater. We have Jackie Jones, primarily a new car dealership, and of course they've been doing a lot of used cars here lately, but it'll be nice to have another used car option, and they're actually located on the old Cracker Barrel site on Murray's Chapel Road, so hopefully we'll have another outlet for being able to buy some used cars, and hopefully they'll be able to get that lot stuck with inventory.
That's right, and it's just amazing how growth spurs more growth, and so we've said that before, you know, the rising tide floats all the boats, and so I think we're seeing that. You know, we're seeing a couple of you know, commercial businesses and things like that located in our area, and now all of a sudden it's created this boom of other industries and other businesses calling and wanting to locate here. So like Jessica said, if you have property, you know, commercial property that you're interested in marketing, by all means let us know, because we take calls daily of companies and corporations looking for land in our area. So again, that's just a side note there. Some other things that I've jotted down here: Master Melt, they've almost completed a new building there. They're expanding in the industrial park. They've got a new building that's gone up there. It's not completely done, but it's looking good. It's almost finished. So again, we've got growth there in our industrial park. Still waiting on one company to locate in we rezoned the old Hall Salvage building for a company coming in, potentially 75 to 125 jobs there. So that one's still kind of in the works, so to speak. Hopefully that'll be winding down pretty soon and get wrapped up. We, like Jessica said, have had calls in the last week or so for potential restaurants coming and locating here.
Restaurants!
Yeah, everybody's ears just perked up, right?
That's all anybody really cares about, is more places to eat.
Everybody just started listening again. But yeah, so we can't really say any names just yet because nothing is final. It's
but
just
you'll
interest.
Recognize them.
Yeah, you will. And so these are...
and it's the place we can't go right now. We don't have it in Sweetwater.
That's true. They're chain restaurants. We currently don't have them. It's a gap. It's not just another burger joint that we already have. It's something that we don't have, and it's something that we need. And so hopefully that'll get worked out really soon, and you guys will start to see some advertising there as well. Another one is that we've gotten a call on is interesting. It's a ghost kitchen, and Jessica, you may want to explain what that is. Or
yes, I'm going to pretend like I knew what this was. I did not until last week when the guy called and I said, "Can you tell me what a ghost kitchen is?" So I have a feeling, after hearing him describe it, that this is going to be a kind of business model that will become more popular. It's delivery only, and they don't actually hire delivery drivers. They use DoorDash, Uber Eats, places like that to do delivery. And so all they need is a 400 square foot kitchen area. So we've sent them multiple contacts and potential locations, and one of the local real estate agents is working with them also. So we're hopeful that we can find a location for them. We're pretty confident we're going to be able to. The chain already exists in Athens and Dayton and Cleveland, so hopefully we'll have one in Sweetwater soon, and it will be delivery only. You're not going to be able to go in there and sit and eat. There's not going to be any, they're not paying people to do the maintenance of the lobby. They're not paying people to do the delivery even. They're paying people to cook the food, prepare it, and then send it out the door. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see more of that type of restaurant popping up, just because staffing issues that, of course, the restaurant industry has faced. But that'll be interesting and something different, something we don't have now. It's a chain that you'll recognize, so that's exciting.
Absolutely. So moving on, we've talked a lot about, you know, some of the bigger industrial and some of the bigger commercial type things, and I just wanted to make sure we also mentioned some of the small town feel there, so we don't forget about all the smaller, locally owned, for lack of a better term, mom and pop type places. Most of you guys have seen what's going on downtown on Main Street, the old City Rec or Terps building. And And so people have asked, hey, what's going on there? When's it going to open up?
Have people asked?
Oh yeah, they ask,
What?
and that's a good thing. You know, we like inquiries, but
Yeah, we do.
without saying too much, you know, the renovation that's going on there by our local, you know, one and only Sam Mosier, coming along nicely. I've gotten to go in there and look at, you know, and inspect some of the things that they're doing there to get things prepared and ready for the build out. But it looks really good, and I don't know of an official name right now. I just call it Main Street Bar and Grill, and so that will be a dining establishment. So that's coming along. I think that's going to be really well done and really nice, something that our community can be proud of, and just a really cool place to kind of hang out and eat on a weekend. So excited about that one. Also, just across from that, you know, across Main Street there behind the gazebo, what most people know as the Dacus building. There used to be a tire shop in the end of that, but they've gutted that out and they've sectioned that off for 5 or 6 new retail spaces. So a lot of these businesses that are coming and looking for space to lease, that's going to be an opportunity for them as well. So we're excited about that. So just a lot of good opportunities, kind of both on a big macro level and then also on a smaller micro level, small town kind of thing. So again, I've said, you know, since I've been here, I'm a Sweetwater guy, and like a lot of you guys, these hometown roots, I don't want to lose that feel, but at the same time, you know, I also understand that we need growth, and we don't want to have to drive to Knoxville or Chattanooga to have some of those conveniences. So we want growth. We don't want to lose our roots, but we want growth, and I believe, you know, with the leadership that's in place and some of the other, you know, people that we work with at Sweetwater Utility Board and through Monroe County, it's just, I believe that the growth is smart growth. I believe it's being planned out really well, and so I'm just excited for things to come. So.
And we can't say enough how important Sweetwater Utility Board is. Eric Hicks is the general manager. He is very pro-growth. He is a Sweetwater boy also, just like you. And we're really, really blessed to have him in the position he's in, because if he weren't open to the expansion and the infrastructure needs and already planning ahead and working towards that, we'd be in a lot of trouble with these commercial developments coming in. We wouldn't have the capacity. So we're really glad that he's worked on that and been a great partner for the city. Because the utility board gets a customer from that, but they don't get tax money from that. So it's the city that benefits. So it's so important that the utility board understands that and values it. So we're very appreciative of that board. Again, the mayor and board of commissioners, we can't say enough about our leadership board right now. They're very progressive, and they've opened their arms to all of these things. They've learned new things that they had to learn to figure out how to do this. Our planning commission's been awesome. They're very reliable, and they show up, and every single planning commission meeting has like a full agenda now because there's so much going on. And like John said, it's really important that we keep our charm and the identity that Sweetwater has worked hard to build and has had for years, but also we want places that our kids can come work at after they go to school and come, if they want to come back and raise their family here, they have a place, a home that they can be proud of, they have a job that they can work at. So those are important to all of us, and I just love the team that we have at City Hall right now. Everybody's working together and making a lot of progress, and it's an exciting time. It's a busy time, but it's an exciting time. So I'm going to go through some of the other city updates we have. We did get a planning grant for the area between, it's all of Main Street, it goes between Highway 322 and Highway 68, so not just the Main Street district, but we'll be doing some stuff in the next 6 months about that. And that's a $100,000 planning grant that we just got awarded, so we're excited about that. It's going to help us prepare for the growth that we're experiencing. We also are still working on the community center. So our initial location for the community center, what the committee had selected, the area to locate in, the plans that we were drawing for that, we're not able to do it now because we have really outgrown that space. It was going to be at the recreation complex with as many kids as we have moving into the area, with as many people signed up for spring and fall sports. There's just not room at that complex to accommodate adding another facility there. So we've had to step back. We've hired a consultant to give us a couple of options on where might be the best place to locate, and we're actually looking at purchasing an existing building to put indoor basketball gyms in, maybe kind of an expo type center, an indoor facility that might possibly house a stage or auditorium. So that is going to be the next step. Those plans are due back in the next couple of months, so we should have, by the next quarter, we should have a pretty good progress report on that and kind of maybe even begin working on a timeline. We did get another mural grant to paint a mural, and it's going to be with the theme of Harry T. Burns, who many of you know he had a law office here in downtown Sweetwater for many years, so it will honor him and the legacy that he created, and his mother, actually. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go Google Harry T. Burns. It's pretty cool. We also put a bid in to host another conference next year. Sweetwater did an amazing job hosting the Rural Tourism Conference for Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee last year, so we're kind of thinking we might want to try that again, so we put a bid in for that conference, so we'll keep you updated on that. The Dog Park Dash. Many of you know we got a $25,000 grant from the Randy Boyd Foundation, the Dog Park Dash, last year. They came and presented the check in May, in our May board meeting, and then we got the go-ahead in June to go ahead and start spending the Dog Park Dash money. So we met earlier this week, lined some stuff out. It is going to go at the back of the softball complex. It's not replacing any other field. It is an empty grassy area right now. We're going to have to run a little infrastructure to it. We have to have a water line put out there to it. We're going to have to put some fencing up, and then we'll start putting some fun stuff in. We're working hard getting bids on all of that stuff. We're really hopeful that this fall you'll be able to actually see the dog park progress and hopefully be able to take your dog out there. And we will be doing a big grand opening in coordination with the Dog Park Dash, Randy Boyd Foundation. So hopefully you all can come participate in that grand opening. All of our pet lovers out there, we want to have a pet parade, a dog parade to dedicate it, and have a really great day out there. And thank the people that gave us this grant money and all the people that are going to end up working on it. So hopefully in the next few months you'll see progress. That's our big fall project, is the dog park. In addition to the new playground at Engelman Park, we have a new climbing structure that's going in at Engelman Park. We're hopeful that that can be put in this fall. So Parks and Recreation has been working hard on that, getting bids, trying to decide color schemes, things like that. It'll go up near the third pavilion, which is on the Westview Cemetery side, but it's a pretty large climbing structure and slide, so it's made for older kids, 10 to 12, that kind of age. So we hope that that'll be a nice addition. So those two things will be big projects coming up this fall. Hopefully by the time we have our October quarterly update, we'll be able to say, hey, we're done, or we're pretty close to being done. Also, we just want to remind everybody there's sales tax holidays that the state voted on. The sales tax holidays are for food in August, so if you got to stock up, August is the right time to stock up. You get to save that sales tax. And also your tax-free weekend that's coming up at the end of July. Just a kind of calendar of events. August 2nd, we've got National Night Out at the Recreation Complex. Police Department is back at that again this year. It's totally free. We invite you to come out. You can swim in the pool that night. It's the last night the pool's open, and it's all free. There's free food, there's free games, there's free inflatables, there's a free rock climbing wall, there's all kinds of cool stuff to do. And that's just to kind of help promote drug awareness in our community and keep our community drug free. So we're grateful that Sweetwater Police Department's organizing that, especially Mr. Daniel Johnson. September 11th through the 17th is Police and Fire Appreciation Week in Sweetwater, and that's a Sweetwater Merchants and Property Owners Association event that they sponsor every year. So it's a great time to have, if you're a teacher, have your classroom write a note to the police and fire department, just telling them that you're thankful for what they do. It's a great time to bless your SRO officers that are in the schools. It's a great time to send something to the fire department. Some people drop off cookies or handwritten notes or any number of things. So that's September 11th through 17th. And October 1st, we had a great relationship that we built up with Knoxville Track Club when they let us, when they asked us to host their marathon last year when they couldn't do it in Knoxville because of COVID. So we enjoyed that with them, and now they are going to make a Knoxville Track Club, and they're going to partner with Sweetwater Kiwanis Club and do a half marathon and 5K right here in Sweetwater on October 1st. So we're looking forward to that again. October 31st, we're planning on doing a haunted trail. It'll be very family friendly. It's not going to be a real scary trail, but it'll be lots of people dressed up in costumes and trick-or-treating down that trail on Halloween night. So maybe take a little bit of the pressure off Mays Avenue and Willow Creek and some of those other neighborhoods that Sweetwater's known for Halloween. We do it right, so we're just trying to add more to that to kind of spread out some of that crowd. If any churches or anybody is interested in being setting up a booth downtown, like for trunk or treat or something, we'll be doing that in the downtown parking lot on Halloween night. So just call City Hall and get in touch with us about that. Of course, we have Small Town Christmas and Small Business Saturday. That'll be on November 26th. Tentatively, we're saying the Christmas parade is December 2nd. Kiwanis Club actually sets that. The Kiwanis Club is who does the Christmas parade, so they'll let us know about that soon. And we also are going to have Sweetwater's 25 Nights of Lights. So that's December 1st through 25th this year, and we're going to have all our lights up by then. You can come down and take family pictures. It'll be nice and pretty and very nostalgic. Small town. I don't know if y'all know this, but I am in the presence of greatness. John Campbell, he left the ring at home, but he coached our Dixie Youth boys. Which age group?
Ozone, 11 and 12.
11 and 12-year-old Ozone to the state championship.
Yeah. Now let me clarify. I'm an assistant coach.
Okay.
I'm not the head coach.
But you got a ring.
My brother-in-law is the head coach.
Okay, so Dave Carell, my apologies, you're awesome. And Kevin Watson.
Dave and
Captain.
Kevin. Yeah, they're the brains of the outfit. I'm the looks. I get to I make us look good, right? So
I'm sure
I'm
that's
just kidding.
Anyway, so these boys are going to the World Series.
That's right.
That's so cool.
That's right.
North Carolina.
That's right. Lumberton, North Carolina, August the 6th through the 11th. Our age group, we beat Greenbrier in the state finals Tuesday night. So our
what a game
boys,
it was. They came down from a 5-2. They were down 5-2 when I turned it on, and then y'all pulled it out. Yeah,
we came back and beat them. So that's our boys deserve all the credit. They played their hearts out, and our fans cheered their hearts out. So excited for those guys, those young men, and thank you all for everybody that commented on the Facebook feed and just supported us and showed up and cheered. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate that. Looking forward to headed to Lumberton, North Carolina, and just want to give a shout out too to the next age group up, the Dixie boys. They are, I believe, today. They either left today. I believe they left today and maybe play tomorrow.
And quite a bit of that team is Sweetwater boys. So
yeah, and they're in the World Series in Louisiana. So they're repping Sweetwater out there in Louisiana.
It's gonna be so hot.
So it's exciting.
Yeah, those are great times. That's good future for baseball moving forward. That's great.
Absolutely.
What else, John? Anything else we need to tell him about?
I think that's all I've got written down. I did want to say I just appreciate all the hard work behind the scenes that goes on here at City Hall. I think I may have said this in our last update, but coming into this position, I was clueless as to how things operate, and a lot of the things that you see as just a member of the community, things that go on. We talk about growth, and we talk about business, and we talk about all those things. And those things come because of the hard work of people that you don't see every day. You don't see the behind the scenes and all the phone calls and all the paperwork that goes into applying for these grants. We don't spend money from the city coffers just to be spending money. A lot of the things that you guys see and that we see comes because of the hard work and the behind the scenes application to get the funding at a federal or a state level. So that we don't have to spend those monies from our own, wallet, so to speak. So that's something that I never realized before coming here, was all the hard work that goes on behind the scenes and all the meetings that take place to get those, to secure those funds, so that we're not having to spend our money out of our wallet. And so I just appreciate that. I appreciate you, Jessica, for all that you do. You're a rock star. So Sonia and Haley and Julie, and then even in the planning department, this stuff again that not everybody sees. Savannah and Rob in our planning department, our city attorney John Cleveland. There's a lot that goes into city government, and I just appreciate everybody's efforts and all that you guys do.
Thank you, John. We're gonna keep you.
Yeah, man. I'll stay as long as you'll have me.
Yeah, I'm in it too. This month will be my 17th year at the city of Sweetwater, so we're going to keep rocking. We're going to keep doing good things. If you have questions, please call City Hall. We don't bite. We really do appreciate the questions. What we don't like is hopping on Facebook and seeing ridiculous rumors that are, I don't know, conspiracy theories or what. I don't know. Just call and ask us. We love talking about this stuff. We wouldn't be doing this video for you all if we didn't want you to know what was going on. John said grants, and I'm looking at all those boxes in the corner, and I feel like they're going to tumble over and knock the video camera off because there's so many of them. But we are super blessed. We have around $4 million in grant funding right now for various different sources and projects that are going on. But all that has to be reimbursed and paperwork filled out and applied for in the first place and audited afterwards. So they're not fun or easy, but by God, they've made a huge difference in our community in the last 10, 12 years. So we're so glad you're on board, John.
Oh, thank you. Glad to be here.
Man, what a rush of a time to be here and be a city planner. But we're so glad to have you, and your team is awesome. And again, just call us if you guys have any questions. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll do this again in October. See you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you.